If you're a Penn State fan, there's a good chance that Saturday's game left you a little upset at the end.
Yeah, but before the game even kicked off in Happy Valley, it got a little heated.
A little would be the understatement of the century. I feel like my worlds were colliding here. You all know I love me some Jason Kelce. It's my favorite dad bod. I went to Penn State, so naturally when this went viral, I felt like my algorithm was like, Kelly, yes, see it. Jason Kelce was in town to watch Penn State play Ohio State, and he was walking around Beaver Stadium prior to the game. I am sure going to the different national news outlets that were there, and people were gradually realizing, you know, exactly who he was. You can kind of see everyone be like, wait. Well, one person decided to take that into their own hands and call Jason's brother a slur for dating Taylor Swift, and it did not go his way. Check it out. And I mean, it was a quick interaction. It's just like that. The guy who's holding the phone is the one that called him the slur. He turns around, grabs it, spikes it, essentially. This man is a big man. I don't think he wanted to take it any further than that. But it really went, I mean, mega viral. This started spreading like wildfire all over online, so much so that he decided to open Monday Night Football last night on ESPN and, you know, take a moment to release a statement about how he reacted and how he obviously wasn't very proud of it. He said, "I'm not happy with anything that took place. I'm not proud of it. In a heated moment, I chose to greet hate with hate, and I just don't think that's a productive thing." He continued, "The bottom line is I try to live my life by the golden rule. That's what I've always been taught. I try to treat people with common decency and respect. I fell short this week, but I'm going to do that moving forward and continue to do that." Now, a lot of people were wondering if he was warranted in his actions, given that he was sticking up for his brother, or if this just got a little out of hand.
Honestly, I don't know how many people would react any differently given that situation. He clearly had a mob of people around him, no security, and being verbally attacked probably in his own mind. I'm not saying, I think his statement is beautiful.
Absolutely.
I think that, yes, we should not greet hate with hate. I 100% agree, but I also feel like there is this whole wave of people who feel so entitled to push people, whether it be online or in person, push people to the point of breaking. There's nothing fun about that or right. And I'm not saying that you greet it with the same kind of reaction, but I also feel like people
What did he expect?
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know if I would go as far as to say that this was violence, but let's just say, like, violence is never necessarily good, but like, it's aggressive, right? But like you said, Heather, I don't know anyone who wouldn't react like this. I mean, I think a lot of times, like, we forget that these people, even though they're celebrities, they're real people with real emotions at the end of the day. And you can't just, like, there's all of these internet trolls and people who are fans or whatever, and they feel like they can just say whatever they want to say to these people, and it's not going to affect them.
Absolutely. And I am a big proponent on free speech. I think we all are, but we are not free from consequences. And I'm not saying that that was an appropriate consequence, but I am saying that one will come for your words eventually. Words matter and carry more weight than ever before, especially because on things like social media, it's all we have. So make sure that you are thinking twice before you type something or say it directly to someone's face.
I can't even imagine holding my phone like this and following somebody around and provoking them.
Screaming at them.
I can't even imagine doing that to another human being. There is no respect in that. There is no dignity in that. What is the point in it? Like, the only point there to me is to provoke someone into doing something that they will also regret.
And he got what he asked for.
I'm seeing more and more celebrities take this stance where they're fighting back and they're saying, like, this is not right. I was saying, like, Chappell Roan, she's the same thing. Like, I think it was somebody who was stalking her or harassing her in some regards, and she's like, no, this is not right. She's fighting back. She's taking a stance, and I love that. I love that for them. I love that for us because we're in the public eye. So it's a good thing.
It is true. Got to push back. Act right.
Right.